Okay, so here's our third revision of this circuit, and before we get into it, why don't we review the circuit diagram just briefly. If you look at this, it might be hard because I can see the scan. We expect a connection here, 3 volts out through a 1K resistor, and then branching to D1 and to the switch, and then over to ground. So if we look at the circuit, we've got our sunspot here with our fancy ribbon cable connector, goes down over here, and then we have connections over to this breadboard here. The positive 3 volts comes right off of this connector here onto the breadboard, and then I needed 1K ohms, but all I had were some 2K ohms, so I just put a couple of them in parallel to give us a 1K ohm. And then it jumps over here to this area where it branches. The green wire here goes over to pin D1 on the sunspot, and the other part goes through this intermittent switch. Okay, I've also modified the code a little bit so that now we're using some LEDs to give us some visual feedback. Okay, so let's look at what we're doing here. When I press switch 1, the first LED comes on. When I press switch 2, the second LED comes on as yellow, and when I press this switch here, number 3 comes on. And we can see some textual feedback here on the output of our NetBeans IDE. And if you look at this again, we can watch the potential drop across the switch. When it's on, got about 3 volts. When it's off, it's about nothing. So that's it, and it works well.